Hey guys, Phil here at Woods Tree Farm. Last video I was demoing the cattle pen here. I knocked off a hose off the back of the radiator, lost all of my fluid, and that pretty much put a stop on the work there. So I've done a little research because if you watch that last video, I really had like no idea how the whole coolant system works. So did a little research, watched some videos on YouTube, got on some tractor forums, and looked at my manual and kind of piece things together and got a good game plan for today. So I'm going to try to drain and flush the entire system, and then I'm going to put some new coolant in there, and hopefully we can get back to work and get this job finished here today. So follow along, let's have a little fun. Here we go. So we'll start off by taking the radiator cap off. Then we can take this reservoir bottle off. It's got a tab on the back, I think. You just push it, wiggle it. I don't know. How's that work? There we go. So I kind of flexed the bottle in this way and that, and then I was able to lift it, take the cap off. This can actually just sit off to the side, dump out any remaining fluid in there, and then we're going to put some fresh water in that. Next we're going to drain the radiator. Over here right next to your oil filter is a large plug with a big Phillips head on it. I think it's just a plastic plug. So get whatever biggest screwdriver you got. Looks like a big flathead would fit on there too. And open that up and let it flow. Oh, okay, there we go. So when you pull it off, it's actually got a flared tip on it and the washer, or that grommet comes off with it. And you can see nothing at all came out. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour a little water in the top, and we'll just let that kind of flush it, then we'll fill it and run it. Go ahead and put that plug back in. Alright, put the cap back on, run it for a little bit. And then we'll drain it. Alright, it's been a few minutes. It's not up to full temperature, but it's, I think, warm enough. Looked it all over, looked for leaks. I think we're in good shape. So, as far as I know, I didn't damage anything. Now we just gotta let it cool back off. We can drain the system and put the coolant in. And let me just say, why is it so complicated? You go, especially on some of these tractor forums, and I don't know if you ever go on those things, but you know, the tractor guys are very particular in some cases about what a tractor should or shouldn't have inside of it. According to the manual, all it says is use a, where is it? Use a ethylene glycol type coolant for this engine. That's all it says. It doesn't say the coolant should or shouldn't have nitrates or borates or phosphates or any other eights or ites in it. So there's just like a lot of dialogue in some of these forums about certain types of coolants that should be used in this engine. The manual literally says nothing about types of coolant other than use a ethylene glycol type, which I'm pretty sure most coolants on the market are ethylene glycol type coolants. So I'm reasonably confident pretty much anything will work. But anyway, based on what I found in some of the forums, I did pick up a specialty Asian blend. Alright, so the coolant system capacity is about 7 quarts, so that's, you know, 1 3/4 gallons. So I empty the coolant down to the 2 quart mark into this jug, and I'm starting to add water to it now. And then I will fill up the coolant container with water, and then we'll have 2 gallons here of pre-mixed solution, so that'll give us more than enough to refill the system. Well, there we go. That was pretty easy. Really just a drain and fill on this. So hardest part was just waiting for it to cool off after I ran the water through it. In case you're wondering, I did use all distilled water. I read online that's what you're supposed to do. So if anybody asks, I did. And if you're curious which coolant I picked, I found this in one of the forums that I read. I got this at Advanced Auto Parts. It's a specialty coolant, Pentafrost A2. It is labeled as being a green antifreeze for Asian vehicles, and it goes on to list a number of Nissan, Infiniti, Kia, Hyundai, and so on, other models that it works on. But it is extended life. It is ethylene glycol, just like the manual states, so it should do the trick. I'm going to wrap this up. I do want to finish up the corral leveling and demolition and site prep and everything that I need to do, but I'm going to save that for the next video. If you're interested in seeing that, make sure you subscribe. It'll be out in a couple days. And now I'm going to go ahead and warm this thing up, double check that there's no leaks, and we'll be getting back to work. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.